In this video, I'm telling you 10 things you need to know before coming to Australia. My name is Emien and welcome to our channel. If you are new, it's our channel because I'm here to try to help you the most I can. And if you haven't subscribed, feel free to do it. Let's go to the number 1. Australians are super awesome people. If you watched my videos from Australia, you know I work in a convenience store here as a part-time job. And every single time I've been in contact with Australian people, they have been super nice to me and to my girlfriend. And to all of you who watched my video before, I'm really sorry for what you are going through. I hope everything gets better, and I can promise you that I'm here to help you grow your country and not too disturbing. Now we are heading to number 2. Number 2, all the landscapes you have seen here and you see here are real and don't need to be edited. Every footage, every landscape you see here and you are watching right now on your screen, they are not edited. They were all taken from me. This is how it looks like here in the northern beaches in Sydney. Australia is awesome and beautiful in every way possible. I'm in the most famous city in Australia, which is Sydney, and I'm over the moon. This is not even 5% of this country. So I'm so excited to see what the next month will bring me or will show me, because this country is awesome. Number 3, here in Australia, you can have the best work-life balance I've ever seen. Right now, I'm heading to the beach. I think you probably can hear it right now. Instead of hearing it, I'm gonna show you. But here you can have the best work-life balance possible. I can enjoy myself in the morning and I can earn some money in the afternoon. And as you can see, I'm pretty happy. The weather is not the best. It's just 20 degrees in this morning. The sun is not out. But, well, I'm very, very happy with this weather because supposedly it was raining all week. So very happy. Talking about work-life balance. Basically, in my country, I couldn't even leave my parents' house because we don't make enough money. And here in Australia, we have enough money working at a part-time job, and we can pay our bills such as rent, such as electricity, food, mobile phones, everything, and we still can save some money. Let me show you my example.
Me and my girlfriend live in the northern beaches and we pay $510 per week for rent, plus $69 per month for electricity. So in total we split a bill of around $2,110 per month in rent plus electricity, which is equivalent to $1,055 per person. We make around $600 per week in a normal part-time shifts, and in a good week we make around 700 to 900 Australian dollars when they need us to do extra hours, which happens a lot of times. So as you can see, the monthly rent is almost paid in 1 week of work here in Sydney. If our average salary monthly working part-time goes for around 2,750 Australian dollars to 3,250 Australian dollars after all bills paid, food, phone, transportation, rent, etc., we can still save comfortably around $1,000 each of us at this moment.
Number 4, their typical food is not very recognized, but they have very good food. Let me explain. If you haven't seen my previous video about the best rated food here in Sydney, go check it out over here. But their typical food is not very recognized here, but they have a very good restaurants from all over the world, so you can taste every cuisine you want. Number 5, the transportation here is crazy expensive, but it makes sense. Let me explain. Here in Sydney, well, as you can see, we have kind of crazy birds over here, but that will be the next point. Here in Sydney, we pay crazy amounts of money in transportation, but the most you can pay per week here in Australia is $50. This was the maximum amount that the government established that you can pay for transportation per week. Around $200 per month is the maximum you can pay here in transportation. And honestly, if you are here in Australia, precisely in Sydney, you understand why the prices are like this. All the transportation here are crazy efficient, they are good, they are very clean, so everything really works very well, at least comparing with Europe. And just to give you a small tip, if you come to Australia and you use a lot of the transportation, use this card. This card is the Opal card. It's the most used one here to the transportation. But if you don't want to use your Opal card, you can use your credit card or your mobile phone to pay in every single transportation here in Sydney. Number 6. 30% of people living in Australia are not Australians. So, if you are living here, you can create a lot of friendships from all around the world, and Australians, of course, because they are 17% of the country. I'm stopping here for a bit because it's getting too hot now. Number 7. Going to fast foods here in Australia will probably be cheaper than in your country. I'm going to give you an example. Last week, me and Inês went to Domino's and we paid for a menu for two $20, which is equivalent to 12 euros in Portugal or in euro. 6 euros per person or $10 per person is very cheap. In this menu we had a medium pizza, a garlic bread and drink for two. So very worth it. Just a disclaimer, I do not recommend you eat fast food every day, but sometimes who doesn't like a good pizza, right? Well, number 8, and probably the one you want to know the most, the animals and insects in Australia. Well, yep, they are weird, they are everywhere, and they make some weird noises like this. But if you live in the middle of the city, like me, you'll not have any problems with the dangerous animals. Just some crazy birds like I showed you just now. Number 9, and probably one that is very important. Respect the rules or you will be fined heavy. I've seen people being warned by officers to go through the red light on the streets. I've seen as well a heavy fine for speeding here, and with heavy I mean $1,200 for just one ticket. So my tip, just follow the rules. And last but not least, number 10, I will show you at home, seated, because for me it's the most important one. I will probably not get famous after this video. I'm not famous right now, so I don't really mind to show you where I live. And last but not least, number 10, Australia is a dream country. Here you can try to become a YouTuber, try to become a professional sports player, study to be a doctor, earning a normal wage. It doesn't really matter. If you are helping the country to grow, they will help you grow as well. So if I convinced you with this video, I really recommend you watch this one. And if you are curious about Australian food, I have a video here trying the best rated food here in Sydney.